Public speaking is the second most feared occurrence that can happen to most people. And if you're struggling with the fear of public speaking, you're not alone. In this video, I'll share the 3 things that took me from butterflies to soaring like an eagle on stage. Most speaking coaches will tell you to practice and prepare. They'll suggest deep breathing exercises, but I think you know that already. I'm going to share some of the things that you won't likely hear anywhere else. Hi, my name's Eric, and for almost 4 decades, I've put fear in the back seat and wonder and engagement front and center. You don't have to be a magician to engage your audience. Start by asking a thought-provoking question. Throughout my entire career, the first words out of my mouth every single time I take the stage take the form of a question with one and only one objective: disrupt your complacency. I want my audience to stop, think, and then listen. Here are a couple of examples. If you could relive a single moment from your past without changing it, which moment would you choose and why? This is called a pattern interrupt because it changes the expectation of your presentation. Think about it. If you go to listen to a speaker, you expect that speaker to talk while you listen. But if the speaker serves up a question that shifts the dynamic back into your court, 2 things happen at the same time. First, it diverts the focus off of the speaker. Say goodbye to those butterflies. And second, it sends a signal to the audience that this is a two-way conversation. Here's another one. How do you define success? And has that definition changed or evolved over time? Can you see how such a question at the very beginning of your presentation shifts the energy away from a me thing and turns it into a we thing? And the best thing that I can tell you to do the very moment you ask that question is be quiet. Let it sink in. Maybe count to 5 before starting your next sentence. I know it's going to feel like an eternity, but trust me when I tell you, you've got them right where you want them. Now, the second thing that you can do to gain an immediate boost of confidence is to drop a surprising fact or statistic. Did you know that bananas are berries, but strawberries aren't? Or the average person will shed more than 75 pounds of skin, ew, over a lifetime. Both of these statements seem so strange, so unexpected, that they completely hook your audience into needing to know more. So you better be able to back up your assertion and tie it in with whatever your main point is. That kid in Jerry Maguire, he knew the power of surprising facts. Did you know that the human head weighs 8 pounds? You might have noticed I actually started this video with a statistic. I say, drop your pearl of wisdom, let it sink in. Go ahead, laugh with your audience and watch your fear just melt away. Now, the third way to put fear where it belongs is actually my favorite. But before we get to that, let me encourage you that if fear is the only thing holding you back from speaking, from starting a new YouTube channel, from writing your first book, from doing anything, if fear is the only thing holding you back, I say proceed with reckless abandon. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. All right, here's my favorite way to kick fear to the curb, and it's by creating wonder. Nothing does it better for me than sharing a mystery with my audience. Now, you don't have to vanish the Statue of Liberty like Dave did. You don't have to hold your breath for 17 minutes and 4 seconds like that other Dave did. You don't even have to make a solid 32-ounce bottle of Coca-Cola disappear at your fingertips like I did for the first 15 years of my career. But you could very easily walk on stage with one of those simple dime store puzzles, the 2 horseshoes and the ring, right? That puzzle. You could hand it off to a member of the audience and announce that in the time that it takes them to remove the ring from the horseshoes, you'll educate the audience on whatever your topic is. After a brief period of frustration and failure to solve the puzzle, take it back and in a flash, boom, remove the ring and drive home your first point. That point might be things aren't always as complicated as we make them. Or offer to cut a hole in a 3x5 index card so big that you can fit your entire body through it. The paper must form a continuous loop and no tape or glue is allowed. Cut or tear a few slits in the card and bingo, walk right through the center. By the way, links to both of those puzzles are in the description box below. Once you've walked through the hole, you can begin talking about how the things that we think are impossible are really just problems that need a solution. Kind of like How do you deal with the fear of public speaking? The very action of performing a mechanical process takes your mind and your nerves right out of the equation. And Bob's your uncle. No more fear. So now that I've shared the top 3 ways that have helped me overcome my fear of public speaking, I want to hear from you. This channel is an old channel that I'm resurrecting for a new purpose, and I want that to be what you need it to be. I could share more things like this if you want me to, or I could talk about the business of starting and growing a thriving speaking business. Drop me a quick note in the comments and let me know the issues you need help with, and I'll make my next video or 3 just for you. And if you've ever struggled to get past the gatekeeper when it comes to getting more paid gigs, feel free to download my free Magic Words Speaker's Blueprint for getting more gigs with the link in the description box below. And while you're at it, check this video out next.